Well, hey there, everybody. It's Embrace the Matrix, and you guessed it, this is another voiceover. Getting a lot of positive feedback. A lot of people like to hear me chitty chat about my creative process, and that's great, because if you know me, I love to talk. So let's see here, what's going on? Well, as you see, I'm scooping mayonnaise. Nah, it's gloss gel medium. Looks like mayonnaise. Mixing up some golden pyre red, pyre, something like that. And yeah, here we go. Another. This time we got a set of 12 by 36 canvases. This time, I had an idea of putting these together, and I actually, I've seen a lot of guys, putting canvases together and doing things like that, and I've done it before, and I don't do it a lot, because I just feel like, man, if you put like 3 or 4 of these together, and then you go to buy it, then you gotta hang it, and you gotta like get all measury and stuff, and I'm sure it's a pain in the ass, but nonetheless, you can do really cool things with multiple canvases. But I thought this would make for a great lifelines. So I was gonna do a little red, black, and white kind of combination. But of course, first we gotta lay down the background. Lay down the background. That sounds cool. So look at that. Look at that. Stupid bottle of paint falling on my shit. But anyways, I wanted to lay down some red, and then I knew I was going to mix in some black, and which we'll get to here momentarily. But this pyre red, man, God, is it an awesome color. This is red. I mean, if you want to paint something red, get you that golden. I'm pretty sure it's pyre. I don't know. It starts with a P. You'll know. It's not no cadmium or anything like that. It's called pyre red. They have pyre dark red and light red, but this is just regular old pyre red, and it's probably by far my favorite red there is, just because of just the way it looks. It's like it's red. It's red the way I think red should be. So then I just squirted in a little bit of carbon black right in the bowl and just go for it. Right, this is just background, so I'm trying to keep the paint level, even across both canvases, as even as I can across both canvases, because when I go to put my lines in, I want it to they're not going to be perfect lines from start to finish, but I want it to be as even as possible. So I try to keep it, the paint even. This is day 2. I let it dry overnight, and then I wanted to come in and just throw in some red highlights, and I only have a little bit of red, more of that pyre red, and really at this point I'm just trying to like embellish on this background and get it looking as wacky as possible and as cool as possible. Once the lines are in there, you're not going to see a lot of the background. However, it's going to poke through, and we're looking for sort of a 3D type approach. So just adding some more colors. So how you all doing out there? You doing good? I'm glad to hear it. I hope you are. Got a lot of things happening. I'm not going to be posting a lot of videos over the next few weeks because I'm actually getting ready to move. It's an unfortunate situation that I lived in the same house for 8 years, and looks like my landlord's getting divorced, and one of them wants to move back in. Isn't that great? So 8 years of just very comfort living here up in the burbs. Now I gotta up and move, and I got a gigantic house. So over the next 3 or so weeks, I gotta get packed up and get the whole family and get the hell out of here. So I'm not gonna be doing a tremendous amount of painting, unfortunately. I'm working. I got a couple other things I'm finishing up now. I'm actually having a few shows. I'm looking into doing a couple more gallery shows. So I'm talking to a few galleries and a few networking opportunities. So don't fret. I'm not going far. I'll still be on my Twitter and stuff, but yeah, unfortunately, I probably won't have too many videos coming out in the month of August. But I have plenty of videos to watch, so you can definitely go back. And what I like about it is you can certainly see the evolution of where I started to where I'm at now, and I think it's substantially progressive. And the ideas I have going forward are going to be even greater. The Lifelines, series that I'm doing, and as you can see right now, what are we doing? We're throwing lines in. I'll put it to you this way: I'm about to take these Lifelines paintings, the idea of the Lifelines, to the whole next level. It's going to get pretty crazy with what I'm planning on doing. It's just going to take a lot longer to create the paintings. I'll probably start out with a few smaller ones, but yeah. The ideas I have to do the lines and make it, I can say this much, make it more individual. Because, my philosophy behind the Lifelines is, the lines, can represent people, or should represent people. And there's always one line, or you'll see in this situation, which happens in other situations, and I put like a dot. I'll put a different color or the same color dot representing you, me, whoever's looking at the painting as an individual's opportunity to shine. So there's always usually one off color. This one's a little different. You'll see in the end the way I did the circle. It's a little different. But yeah, here we go. We're putting lines down. Oh, excuse me. It's been a long few days. I think I've been sleeping like about 3 hours a night. Alright, well, here's day 2 after we let the first set of lines dry. We start lines in the opposite direction. And I gotta be honest, I love the contrast, when you get the lines going opposite directions. I just think it you can just stare at these paintings for hours and try to, you'll see all kinds of cool stuff and envision, what's really happening. So, and I think with the background, I think it came out really cool. And I actually have these hanging on my wall. One on either. I have a flat screen TV mounted on the wall, and I got each one of these on either side of the TV, and I just think it looks awesome. So, rest assured, I'll be doing more paintings like this, at least with the Lifeline style, and also these 12 by 36s, because I like hanging them vertically. I got some horizontal ones, but I like the vertical aspect of these canvases. They just seem to scream Lifelines because they're long, they're narrow, and make it easy for creating it, especially with what I'm planning on doing next with the Lifelines. So, in case you're thinking, wow, geez, another Lifelines picture? Gosh. Well, as you can see, everyone is different, but where I'm taking it, the next level is going to be pretty dynamic, I'll say. So it's just a matter of time. Unfortunately, I have to move, so I have to put those kind of plans on hold, but the idea is there. It's just a matter of putting it out, which will take a little bit of time. hopefully we'll see some before the end of the year. As you can see in that top middle, which will be the top, this is kind of at the side, but will be the top left side, you see the paint wasn't kind of coming straight over, which, hey, that's the way it goes. I was hoping I'd get fluid between both canvases, but it didn't happen that way. And hey, that's my art. That's the unpredictability of it. And at first I was kind of getting frustrated because I wanted it to be all the way to the edge, but I'm not gonna fight it. If that canvas doesn't want paint in that particular area, it's not gonna take it. And who am I to argue with the canvas? I mean, I'm a tool, just like that string is a tool, and the paint is a tool. I'm just trying to put it down, and if it wants to go there, it'll go there, and if it doesn't, it doesn't. And as you can see, there's a few times you'll see here I tried to get paint to kind of fill in that area, and it just wasn't happening. So anyways, here we go. Let it dry. Next day. Now again, most of these paintings, the color is different, but this is going to be a black circle. It's actually going to be a black circle followed by a red circle, followed by a black circle, followed by a red circle. And I got these little sponge, they're like little foam brushes. I got these at Walmart, but they're awesome for making just perfect little circles. I mean, you could do all kinds of things with them, but for me, they just make great circles. Because you can get the paint around them and then twist them and stuff. And you'll see me, what I was doing there was I was blowing because it created some bubbles. So I'm blowing the bubbles out because I don't obviously want bubbles drying in it. And here we are at the next day. And then I'm going to put a smaller circle in, a red circle. And it gives it kind of this bullseye look, which I just thought was cool. And here's the thing. This is the other thing I just love about art. I can create the rules. That's the thing. There are no rules. That's what's great. The rules are, there are no rules, but you create the rules that aren't really there. Isn't that amazing? Because, yeah, most of my other lifelines, there's one, obscure color, there's one obscure dot, there's one something different. But this time I used the same colors I used in the painting, just a little different. Because I can. That's the amazing thing about art, is you can do what you want. So, yeah, I like having rule. The rule is not to have rules. So here we go. We're throwing in a smaller black circle inside of it, and then I'm just going to hit it with a little fine brush to put a little red dot in the middle. And that's about it. That's all she wrote. This one's a done deal. Looks great. Already getting compliments. I've had some people over, and they're just, they're really digging it. Just because you put them, you separate them a little, and it just looks great. There you go. Bada bing, bada boom. It's beautiful, isn't it? Well, hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for thumbs up in this video. Please share, at least subscribe and thumbs up, and we'll see you in the next one.